I'm Mutia Tadebowale. Welcome to the Tell and Grow Your Business show today. And my distinguished guest is Ifat Cohen. She is an expert in helping you build connection, growing your audience, your community, she can help you get over 30,000 clicks on what you've got on your post and your content within 2 weeks. Ifat has worked with amazing companies such as Google and over 500 celebrities that she co-partners with, helping you build your community, helping you find that connection and engagement that will continuously grow your fans for you. Honestly, I cannot tell enough of my guest today. She is brought in to help you start your year in an amazing way. So if you want to grow your audience, if you want to grow your business and be big in 2019 in your business, you're welcome to the show. This is where you should be. Thank you so very much, Ifat. I'm so grateful you accepted to come on this show. I know I cannot introduce you enough, so I'm going to give it back to you now so you can introduce yourself and tell us who you are and why you're here. Thank you.
Well, thanks for inviting me. This is pretty cool. Hi, Robert. I'm glad that you're watching us. You said some things that I was like, really, I do that? I haven't worked with beauty and celebrities. Maybe celebrities in my own niche, but
exactly. I've read your profile, remember?
Yes. So it's funny how we met. Do you want to tell people how we met? Because that's
oh no. I mean, that's it. I found Ifat educating us on the community that I am a member of. It's a female community of entrepreneurs. And then I found her in an interview with the founder of that community. And I said, goodness, what value she's given, what impact she's making. And I just couldn't resist. I had to look for her everywhere, literally everywhere. I was typing her name in on Google everywhere. And I got her, and I was really, really honored and amazed. She said, yes, she's going to come because I told her we have a lot of people who want to learn what you are teaching, what you are preaching. Because in my niche, in my community, I have so many entrepreneurs who ask me, including me, how do I grow my audience? How do I make that money? How do I sell? How do I reach out to people? And I said to them, I found that. I cracked the code today because what she taught, honestly, you're going to learn that in this training, in this video, what she taught was highly, highly valuable. There are things you can begin to do immediately, and you will be surprised how much you will grow your audience. Thank you, Ifat.
Yeah. So the first thing, right, guys, is the first thing that you want to do if you want to grow your business is become a problem seeker, right? Go out there and find problems that you can actually help, you can actually solve, and then solve them. Solve them right there, that actually help people. There's one guy, one marketer I know that preaches, nails this home, kind of tries to really drive this home, Frank Kern. And we really talk about the same thing all the time. If you actually want to get clients, help people, go out there, add some value. Everything that you see in every community is people trying to promote themselves, right? And it's very funny, actually, because I had a lady reach out to me on LinkedIn and send me her dirty little secret of how she grows companies. And that dirty little secret video on her profile was about podcast. It's not a dirty little secret. Everybody knows podcasts. They've been, out there forever. So she kind of try to ooh, this is something that you really need to know. So when she does that, what is she doing? She's trying to get more views for her video and try to position herself as the expert. When you are trying to do that and you're talking about something that everybody has already been talking about, then it kind of reduces your expertise, don't you think? It's kind of hey, let me tell you something that you've never knew, let me tell you something. The sky is blue. So what? Right? How is that helping me? Or podcast is a dirty little secret. No, it's not. It's been there forever. Everybody has a podcast. Getting a podcast out there is good, but it's not easy. It's going to take you a while to get the listeners. It's going to get you a while to get all the stats. It's, It's a year or two commitment. It's not something you can just put up and be done with. So she goes like, hey, podcast. And I'm like, podcasts are great, but live video is better. And especially if you take the live video and now you repurpose it, you turn it into a podcast. Now you got two birds with one stone, right? Like you did it live, you got all the Facebook algorithm to push you up. Everybody sees your live video, and now you take that one fantastic interview and you have your podcast. You don't have to record it, you don't have to edit, you don't have nothing. Here's your podcast. So she goes like, well, it all starts with podcasting. I'm like, no, it doesn't actually. And I'm like, live video is better. And actually, Frank Kern just did a big live where he shows how he made $60,000 in 1 month just going live, and how the live outperformed the paid ads. So he spent about $80,000 on paid ads to sell a book, and then went live every day. He made $40,000, I think, maybe $50,000 with the ads. He made 60 with live. So I was like, hey, live perform better. And she's like, well, are you trying to sell me something? And like, how funny is that? You come to my feed, you come into my chat, you try to sell me your dirty little secret. And then when I share my opinion that I don't think it's that big of a secret, you go like, hey, you trying to sell me something? So we're all kind of like on guard, right? We're all kind of like worried that every time someone pitches, every time someone messages us, they're trying to sell us something. So if you want to grow your community, hi, Kenny. If you want to grow your community, if you want to grow your business, don't be that person. Someone just messaged me on LinkedIn and like, hey, I got something special for you. Here's a Facebook ad that converts very well. And I'm like, what do you know about me? I don't even run ads, right? So now you're a spammer, right? So we all do that. We all come out like, okay, what can I give for free so that I can actually build my stuff? No, you can't like just take a product and slap it on people. Go talk to people, find a problem, and then be like, okay, hey, I can help you with this, and then actually help them. And then they'll be like, okay, what else do you have? Now you can sell them something. Does that make sense?
Very well said. You see, she's letting out the secrets, all of the secrets. I told you she's a big deal. She is highly invaluable if you want to grow your business and grow your audience. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks, Kenny, for joining. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Really grateful you're here. Happy New Year, everyone. Good to see you. Thanks so much. Yes, Robert, you could do a podcast, and you did. Well done. Good. Okay, Hifat, you know what? Before we go on, I mean, you are letting so much of the secrets. I can't begin to list what I've on the paper here, what I've jotted down, how you can grow your audience. Okay, so for you, how did you really get into that entrepreneurial journey? How did you start your business? When did you make that decision to begin to impact business owners, to help people, speakers? I know you deal with speakers as well, help them get more speaking gigs, grow their audience, have more engagement, and have a wider reach. When did you make that decision? How did it come by?
Well, it's kind of funny. I didn't plan on it, but while I was going to college, I was working at a startup, and it was me, the owner, and another guy. And I actually felt like that was mine, right? Like, it's a startup. We're all doing this together. We all have a goal. We're all kind of like, we're going to make it happen. And so I was doing tons of things. I was doing tech support, and I was doing sales, and I was doing accounting. Like, it's a startup, right? I felt it's my business. And about a year into it, the partner said, if you get run over by a bus, the company is gone because you're the one who's like handling all that stuff. So how about you teach one aspect of your work to this person and one aspect of your work to that person? We grew it to like 12 people, and then they fired me. And I was like, wow, thank you, because I now learned two things. One, I can grow a business, and two, I don't need to grow someone else's business. I need to do my own, right? So that was a fantastic experience. What was really fun is seeing that guy in a networking meeting like a year or two later going like, hey, are you hiring? I'm like, nope.
Oh.
So, like, the world revolves, right? We turn. So then Google launched Google Plus in beta, and I was one of the first 100 people to go in there. And I found my tribe. I found people that all of a sudden, you know, I can geek out with, and I'm that geek. So we geeked out. We geeked out on, you know, how do you handle the platform? What can you do? How do you connect? And every time we figured something out, you know, we would share it. And when you start in a platform where it's very new, there are no gurus, right? There are no experts. All of us, like, we all trying to figure this stuff out. And so we just like, every time I figured something out, I would share. I was like, hey, did you know you can do this? You can do this. You can do this. And so I became the G+ go-to gal. And we started a video show, like a talk show. And Google came out with Hangouts. Excuse me. They came out with Hangouts on air. So I was one of the very first to get like my own TV web show. And I started interviewing people like the VP of Walt Disney, the youngest president of the NAACP, SEO experts, web show expert, marketers, and all that stuff. And I was the only girl doing that. So when Google wanted to, fly people around and talk about live video and Hangouts and communities, they started flying me around. So I was in Israel and Mexico, in Brazil, at the Googleplex, and one of the people in the beta testing, like, hey guys, how do you think, what should we do? And then Viggo Dotra, the guy who started Google+, left Google+, and it started downhill from there. So one of my biggest thing right now is telling people, don't build your house on rented properties. Facebook friends are not your friends. Your followers on LinkedIn are not your audience. Your audience is someone that if all those platforms go down, you can still engage. You can send them an email. You can send them a text. You can reach them outside of these platforms, because so many of us know about Facebook jail, right? So many of us know, like, you can wake up the next day, you have a 10,000 people community or group in Facebook, and Facebook says, hey, pay me $100 now to access them. It's not your audience. Facebook goes down, you can take them to YouTube. If they're not on YouTube, you can take them to Twitter, but you have to have that audience. So that is my biggest message to everybody. Social is fantastic, but own your audience.
Okay, good. So, I mean, this is a very crucial point. We all know about Google changing algorithms, Facebook changing algorithms, people actually losing a lot of money, losing their business because of these changes. And it happens every time. You cannot stop it. You said something about building your own audience. Own your own audience, make them your one, and you can move them from platform to platform just the way you, and continue to give them a lot of fun. How do we own our own audience and build that community that doesn't depend on a particular social media platform or all of these technologies that you can take with you wherever you go, on email, or if something new comes, you can still take them with you? How do we do that?
Well, you have to capture them, right? So the best way to capture right now is email and SMS, text messages. I even know people who, write them down on paper because they never know. Back it up, put it on an Excel spreadsheet, right? But if you look at Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, he's a fantastic example of someone who built an audience. If Facebook tells Gary Vaynerchuk, hey, you can't use our platform anymore, he might nod. He might go like, fine. And he'll go to YouTube, and he'll go to Instagram, and he'll go to Twitter, and he'll go to Twitch. Like, he just takes his audience with him. Every time there's a new platform, he goes like, hey, everybody on this platform, come find me on this platform, right? He was the first one from Facebook going to Instagram. So Gary has an email list, and he has his own SMS where he can capture people. But most people know exactly like where to find him and how to go and connect with him. So for us, what we need to do is like always bring people to your own website. Don't go like, come find me on Facebook. No, come find me on my own website. Because on your own website, you control everything. You can put your mailing list, you can put comments, you can put your, SMS, you can put your YouTube, everything can be on your website. So if you even look at what's happening right now in social, a lot of people are moving from the public social into the private. We're moving into chat, right? Text messages. We have groups in WhatsApp. I'm sure you're using WhatsApp, right? Because you're in England. Yeah. Americans don't use WhatsApp.
Oh, really?
But all of us foreigners, we do, right? So we have a bunch of groups on WhatsApp that we just share information. So someone needs something, you don't go like Google it. You go to your friends on WhatsApp and you go like, hey, who knows a plumber? Hey, who knows a babysitter? Who knows, you know, a painter, a designer, a doctor, right? And we all go by close recommendations. So how do you become that person that when someone goes on WhatsApp or any private group and says, who do you know that I should work with live video? How do Ifat becomes that person? Well, Ifat becomes that person by helping as many people as she can. She becomes a problem seeker. She goes, finds the problem, helps people, and show the world how she helps people, right? And she does it in different communities, not hers, different communities, different articles, different platforms, but always, always, always brings people to her own website where she builds her list, she builds her relationships, she builds her community. That makes sense?
Good, good. Well done. I mean, that wraps it up. You always have somewhere that you know you own, your website, your blog, somewhere you can control, somewhere you can develop, you can design the way you want.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. And that's how you begin to build, you know, your audience that you know will be yours any day, anytime. I mean, I know the power of emails. Goodness.
Yeah.
So, you know, we cannot say it enough. Yes, Robert says, I use it, but I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, Robert says he uses WhatsApp. He's not the biggest fan. Okay. Kenny is in the US and she says she uses WhatsApp. Oh, that's good. Okay, thanks so much. Gary certainly can get you fired. Robert, you said, because you listened to a keynote speech while driving, that wasn't the best idea. Oh, okay then. Thank you so much for all your comments. These are really wonderful. Ifat, this is really great. So, building your own audience, owning your own audience, you know, have a platform where you know you can always control, you have the control over it, and they will always come there. I know that you can help people get over 30,000 clicks in 2 weeks. And again, if you had a video that you did, Ifat is the person you can go to that can help you have over 2,000 clicks of views in 3 minutes flat. That is just facts. How do you do that magic?
So when that happened, that happened on Google Plus, and I'm very, very engaged on Google Plus. I have more engagement than people with millions of followers. So that's one of the things that you really want to focus on. It's not the numbers, how many followers, how many friends do you have? It's how much engagement do you get? When you go live, when you post something, how many comments do you get? Not from the same person, 10 comments from the same person, but how many people are actually interacting and joining the conversation. And the conversation is not awesome, cool, like it. It's exactly what Robert is doing right now. You're adding value, you're participating, you're taking action. So if you can develop that type of relationship with your audience, when you share something, it will get the views, it will get the reach, it will get the engagement. But it all starts with, if you want to have a friend, be a friend. If you want engagement, go engage. We already have a ton of content out there. People don't need more content. They need more connection, right? So rather than going and building your own company, your own group on Facebook, go into other groups and find people that you can actually help. It'll save you so much time and money. You don't have to manage anything. You don't have to build anything. You don't have to worry about anything. Just go help people in different communities. And then they'll come to you and be like, okay, you know, you've helped me so much. What can I do for you, right? Reciprocation. And that's how you build it. It takes time because relationships take time, but it's the one thing that no one can steal from you, right? They can take your copy, they can take your courses, they can take everything. They can't steal your relationships. So if you invest in relationships, right, when social is not as big as it is today, you will still have those relationships. And to monetize it, you don't need a lot of people, right? You know the story of 1,000 true fans. If you have 1,000 true fans that will buy anything from you, and they only spend $100 a year, which is nothing, right? 10, 10, 10. If they only spend $100 a year with you, you will have $100,000 by the end of the year. You make 6 figures. So it's not about how big, you know, millions of followers. No, it's about those really intimate relationships with your audience. And if you focus on that, then you kind of like economy proof, right? People will share you, people will talk about you, people will support you. But in order to do that, you have to support them first.
That's really great. Like I was saying to somebody, you know, in one of the courses that we do, that it is really, really important that you add value to people. Always look to add value to people. You don't get that fans, you don't get people following you, really looking to open your emails or click your emails until they continuously see you consistently sharing great value with them. And that is the core thing, value added to them. Like, I know that when I get in my emails, I know some emails I will definitely open because I'm going to learn something from this person. So that is just the idea. Tag yourself that way. The value added person, you always add value. Thank you so much, Ifat, for this valuable tips. So, when people want to get in touch with you before we'll end or by the end of the show, you will be leaving comments. I can see, yes, the tag going on, which is
thatgeek.com. Yes.
Yeah. So let's go back to when you started your business. You being fired after exerting so much energy in other people's business and having to start all over on your business. What mindset kept you going on at that point? What were you thinking? Where did you get the energy and the strength to now say, yes, I'm going to put myself together and go on and do my thing?
Can I cuss on your show?
Sure, why not?
I have a potty mouth. So yes, I was just, fuck it. I'm not working for anyone ever again, So there's no energy. It was anger. It was like, oh my God, I built this company. I help you build this company. I'm here from 7 in the morning until 10 p.m. I'm doing this while I'm going to college and you're going to fire me? Fuck you. I'm out, right? And I'm not working for anyone ever again. I just proved it to myself and you guys that I can do it. So now I'm going to do it for myself. And so it was all anger and frustration and kind of like, I'm not going to put myself in a situation like that again. Luckily, my partner at the time supported me and supported my entrepreneurial adventures. And it kind of rolled, right? Usually when you're really, really passionate about something, then you just go for it. You're like, okay, if I don't do this, there's nothing else I can do. I'm not seeing myself working for anyone again. I'm not seeing myself, I don't know, finding a job, flipping burgers and stuff. Once you taste that kind of a freedom where you're in control of your own time, it's very, very difficult to be like, well, let me go do something else. So you figure it out. And luckily, I am now, because of Google+, I'm surrounded by really, really, really smart people. And so when you reach out and you start interacting with people, you're like, oh, you're smart. Let's do this together. Wow, you're fantastic. Let's do this together. And things roll. I think it all comes out from, what are you set up to do first? Do you want to make money? You can make money in a billion ways, right? You don't have to have a business. Do you want to help people? Do you have a passion? What is it that you really, really, gets you up on bed that you would do it even if you didn't get paid for it? That's the thing you should pursue, because there's so many people out there who has a lot of money and are very depressed, They're unhappy, they're sad, committing suicide. Look at the celebrities. Money is not the end all. And when you start a business, you can start a billion businesses. Why are you a designer and not a gardener? Why are you a teacher and not why? What is it? What's about it that kind of fires you up? And when you fire it up, people catch it, right? It's kind of it's contagious. You're like, oh my God, why is she so happy? Let me go do what she does. And that's the best, fastest way to, to grow your business. So my life.
That is really, so that was what got you on. You said to yourself, yes, I'm going to pick it up and then I'm going to go myself. Oh, thank you, team. And Tim said, as my mentor once said to me, I am going to work for an idiot. It might as well be me. Oh, that is beautiful, Yeah, that is really good. Work for yourself. Yeah. That's good. Okay, so Robert says, I feel the same way. I'm only just learning about money. I have a vision to help others help themselves and teach others. That is really beautiful. I think most of us, that is one thing you talked about, that, people should continue to add value and add value. Just have that urge to want to add value to other people. And that's where you're going to have the engagement and the connection and the relationship. Most people, when you go on Facebook, it's about selling and promoting. And as I said, I was talking to one of my clients regarding getting engagement and everything. Some people will tell you you can get 50,000 fans or followers or clients for free, and you find them in Google ads, you find them in Facebook ads, you find them spamming your inbox, your messaging. And I look at that. What is there's so much contradiction there when you tell people it's just because they want to promote themselves, they want that money and all of those things. It's not because they want to really add value to you. So that's why we have so much information which is not really helping people to achieve the desired result that they want in the business. So Ifat just said it. Building engagement and connection, helping people and adding value to them is that one thing you need to build your audience, to grow your business and make the money you want to make. Thank you so much. Okay.
When you think about that, right? What would you rather have? 10 clients or 1 million followers?
Of course, we want 10 paying clients.
Oh, like if you have 1 million people on your email list, do you know how much you're paying a month for that amount, right? Yeah. And if you're sitting there collecting cyber dust, who cares?
That's
right?
it.
Yeah, so you can have 2,000 leads a month. Who cares? I want customers. I don't care about the leads, right?
So that's the idea. That's the mindset that gets you where you want to get to. Okay. I love to help people. Yes, that is where it should be. Robert says, I bring emotions to places then commonly welcome. Yes, remember, we all buy with emotions. We buy because we like this person, because we think they're giving us value. We have developed, that emotions, that relationship comes from the emotions that you build in people. And how do you build those relationships? How do you make them have those emotions when they feel, oh, this is when I need it. I'm getting what I need at this time. Make them feel happy, make them feel fulfilled. These are the things that really help people want to connect and engage with you. Thank you so much for those contributions. Really, really wonderful. Really, really great. Okay. So what would be your best advice for entrepreneurs, either new or old, people struggling? It's a brand new year. As I said, it's a fresh start. So, there are so many resolutions, there's so many goals and plannings in the way. People want to achieve real good things in their business today. This year. So what would be your advice for people, for entrepreneurs who want to grow their audience, have quality leads or quality customers that's really going to buy from them, and not just putting people together and not really having any impact or making the money or that they want? So what would be your advice for them? It's the beginning of the year. How do we set out right?
So what is it that you're offering, right? So start with that. What is the problem that you solve, that you can solve, right? So find that problem, whatever it is, and then go into other people's groups, do searches online, and find the people who are complaining about that problem. So for example, one of my clients is a sleep expert. He is the most boring man in the world, put you to sleep. And so my challenge for him was like, okay, let's go into Facebook groups right now and find people who are complaining about not being able to sleep, have anxiety or depressed, fearful, all the stuff that happens when you're not rested, when you're not clear and all that stuff. He found a group that has like 35,000 people in there, where that's what people say every time. I want to kill myself. I'm uncomfortable. Things are not working. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm floating out of my body. The guy has skills, right? He can actually help them. He knows what to do. So he just goes in there and go like, hey, go and lie down on the floor. Feel grounded. Just lie on the floor, not on bed, because bed is for sleeping. You need to kind of like get back into your own body. Lie on the floor. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel how you're supported. Breathe into it, right? And then come back and tell me how you feel. So you start in the comments. There are like, levels of engagement. You start in the comments. You add value. They respond. There's a conversation happening. And then you take them from the comments into the chat. Be like, okay, fantastic. You know what? Let me help you with something, right? This one thing that, you're really struggling, that you need to get in a painkiller right now, right? Let me help you with that. What happens? Nobody on this freaking planet does that. No one goes out there, sees a problem, and goes like, let me help you right now. Let's jump on live. Let's get on the phone. Let's talk to each other, right? Let me help you. Nobody does that. If you do that, what happens? You become that one go-to person, that the one solution that wasn't trying to, you become a friend, right? And then from there, it goes like, wow, okay, so now that you help me with this, I feel so much better. I can think, I can do more. I want to improve my life even more. You just proved to me that you can help me improve my life. Let's take the next step. It's the same thing that happens in real life. You will not go into an event, a networking event, and go like, everybody, 50% off just today. Just buy it. And you're like, I don't even know if you need this, right? But we do it online all the time. Yeah. In a networking event, you would go in, you will listen to the conversations in the room, right? First of all, be like, okay, who do I want to talk to? Who's kind of like I'm resonating with? You will feel the energies, right? Someone is down, someone is too hyper. You kind of be like, okay, who do I like? Who do I want to be around? And then you'll go there and you'll talk to them. And the first thing that you would say is not like, hey, so I just started a business yesterday. I finished my book. Do you want to buy it? Here's 50 off. Here's my coupon. You will never do that, right? You'll be like, hey, what are you about? What's rocking your world? What's going on in your life? And then they'll start talking, be like, ooh, there's a problem. I know someone who can help, right? Or I know a book that can help, or I know something that can help, right? Have you considered this? And then a conversation happens. And over time, a week, a month, a year, whatever it takes you, however long you're investing in that conversation, that might turn into a business, that might turn into a sale, that might turn into an introduction, a joint venture, an affiliate. You never know, right? But it all starts with you like, okay, what are you about? What are you struggling with? Let me help you. So do exactly what you do in real life, move that online, exactly the same way. You all know how to do this. You all know how to make friends. We all, we grew up like that. We went to the playground and we just made friends, right? And all of a sudden now we don't know how to talk to each other. What happened?
That's the thing, learning to talk to people. I mean, we should get it right. I've been to groups where all the say, if you like, give a comment or send your post and say, I have this problem, so and so, I'm just starting my business, I need help. The next thing is people sending you, oh, come in my inbox, just like that, Yep. So that is one thing you want to take away. I mean, you just don't begin to attract people into your inbox or having a private chat because you want to straight away sell to them. Give a comment, begin to help. It's just a thing to do with us, willing to help, right, openly, just having that passion to help people, help them grow. And so maybe that's what we should begin to do right now, engage people, have that will to add value to them first, and then it will grow from there. Thank you so very much. This is really, really wonderful. Yes, Robert said.
You know this already. I bet you're doing it in your own life already, right? This is not.
Well, the thing is, as I said to you, a lot of us say we know this, but the thing is, when we get online, for whatever reason, we tend to forget it and then just go into, okay, come in my inbox, send me your email address and all of those things. That really doesn't get anybody any result anyway. So that's it. Okay. Robert said, that is what I am talking about. Robert said, I'm dealing with a fear of not having gone before. I want to be at that empowerment event. Oh, okay. Robert is coming to England. I shall be there as well. I shall be there. And I have 5 minutes time slot to speak. I've not been to that continent before. Really? You're going to love it. Yes, I shall be there. And I will be looking forward to meeting you. I mean, it's been really wonderful on this show today, having you. I'm really, really honored. Thank you so much, Ifat, for coming on this show. Okay, so yeah, do you have anything coming on that you want to announce to people that you want us to know about, or somewhere you want to invite us to, or a show you want us to see? Just anything before we round up.
Yes, so if you guys want to learn how to use Facebook Live to grow your audience in a way that is connection-based rather than just content-based, Audience in a Box is where I will be sharing that. You'll be able to join the early bird list because it's not ready yet. But this is where you can find us, audienceinabox.com. Aside of that, I'm doing live shows every other Thursday where you can come in and talk to my guest face to face, free, no pitch, no nothing. It's just totally value driven. Tomorrow, we're talking about getting speaking gigs. So if you want to know how to improve your speaking gigs, how to get connections on LinkedIn, how to hone your message so that you can actually pitch yourself better, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern at thatgeek.com/live. If you go there now, you can add it to your calendar and you'll get a notification when we go live, and it's a lot of fun. So you'll have to jump on Zoom, jump into the conversation, and you can pick my guest's brain. She has been an award, a TV award speakers. She got awards from Obama and from Queen Elizabeth for volunteerism. She was volunteering. So she's a fantastic person to know. So hope to see you on the shows.
Good. We shall be leaving comments to that link in the comments section. Yes, thank you so much for that. Robert, hi Carlos, good to meet you. Robert is introducing his friend Carlos. He's been called a live stream master. Okay, because yes, well done. Good morning, wherever you are, Carlos. It's evening here, and I'm sure it's afternoon where Ifat is. So, I mean, that's the world of the internet where we can connect anywhere, everywhere in the world, whatever time you're, wherever you are. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. And this is how we're going to be rounding up the show. Do you have one more word you want to say to us to just improve on our engagement? I know you said so much.
Connection,
so, yeah.
Not content. Connection, not content. Connection.
Okay. Content. Connection, not content. So when you have that at the back of your mind, it helps you to shape, the messages, the posts, and how you approach other people online and even in person when you, meet them at networking events or anywhere. So when you think connection, not content. So it's not the content, but it's how you connect with them, because it's the connection that really takes you a lot farther and keeps the relationship going. So it's connection, not content. Thank you so much, Ifat, for coming on the show today. And thank you everyone for being on the show.